Hello and welcome to the history of Star Trek. Today's episode, the Type 8 Shuttlecraft. The Type 8 Shuttlecraft was a type of Federation design auxiliary space vessel utilized for short-term missions. The Type 8 Shuttlecraft was introduced in 2371 alongside the Intrepid-class and are part of the vessel's standard shuttlecraft loadout, although generally the Class 2 shuttles were preferred over the Type 8. The Type 8 shuttlecraft were very similar to the older Type 6 shuttlecrafts. There were only minor differences in the size of the port and starboard windows, and the warp nacelles resembled those of an Intrepid-class starship. Internally, the Type 8 was virtually indistinguishable from the Type 6. Type 8 shuttles were comprised of beryllium, magnesite, and carbon. They were not normally armed, but it was possible to fit the craft with dual phasers. The Type 8 phasers were powerful enough to destroy small Kazon vessels. The Type 8 shuttlecraft was introduced into service in the late 2360s and was the standard shuttlecraft design incorporated into many starship classes, including the Intrepid. Background information. The Type 8 designation was not mentioned on screen, but rather was deserved from background sources and referenced by name in the Star Trek Encyclopedia. The miniature used for this type of shuttlecraft, as well as the sets used for its interior, were actually slightly modified versions of the miniatures and sets of the Type 6 shuttlecraft from Star Trek The Next Generation, as there was initially no money in Star Trek Voyager's budget for a new shuttlecraft to be designed and constructed for the series, despite both Richard James and Michael Okada hoping that Voyager would have a shuttlecraft design of its own. They did eventually build the Delta Flyer. Thank you for watching the History of Star Trek Special thanks to Memory Alpha for all information you heard today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you have, thank you. And have a nice day. Bye-bye.